Alright, so let me just send out the link. We are live. Tweet. Send tweet. Okay, so now it's just a matter of waiting for people to come in. Just pad for time for a couple of minutes. Boop, boop, boop.
Let's learn some Italian.
Allora! I'm trying to figure something else to say, but you've put me on the spot now.
15 all-purpose basic verbs for Italian fluency. Well, let's see.
Fare, avere.
Sto bene.
Essere.
Come stai?
Oh! We got Rui here, so let's get started. We've got at least one person here. Hello!
Noi mangiamo.
Allora, benvenuti ragazzi. Hello, welcome everyone to our post-show reaction stream. Oh my god. Oh, and Paul from Bruce Reviews Music is here as well. Hello, guys.
Ciao.
Ciao a tutti. So how are we all recovering? I'm only just starting to recover because I was absolutely wrecked last night because, for obvious reasons, I had a very late night on the Saturday, so I spent all of yesterday recovering.
There was a lot to take in, wasn't there?
Oh, yes, indeed. So, of course, what we're going...
Mangiare.
So what we're going to do is just basically we're going to mull over the results and other stuff of this year's contest, starting with, of course, our winners, which is Italy. Didn't I tell you a couple of years ago that Italy would win in this decade? I'm psychic.
Didn't take long.
It didn't take long indeed.
Gather you're quite happy then?
Yeah, I'm very happy. Well, it was my second place, so obviously I'm over the moon right now.
Fabulous. Fabuloso.
So how are you feeling? You happy with the result?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for Italy because I'm happy for the Italian fans. I'm happy that they now get to have Eurovision on their soil, because I know the Italians are still getting used to the idea of Eurovision, really.
Yeah.
So now, hopefully, it's going to be in the mindset of more people, and hopefully they'll stick around for a long time.
Yeah, definitely. And it's crazy because it's only been like, what, not even 48 hours later, and we've already had about a dozen cities like announcing their intention to host, so that's going to be very interesting.
Yes, the world and his wife want to host. Well, we've talked about Torino before. There's also Milano, Napoli, Roma, Firenze. There's also apparently there's going to be a bid from Sanremo, which I'm here for. Totally.
Ooh! Oh, that would be so awesome.
Don't think it's going to happen. It's a bit small, but
yeah,
it would be like Eurovision coming home then if it was.
Yeah, of course
because,
it was
because Eurovision Eurovision was based on the Sanremo festival, so
Of course, and in fact, the 91 contest was originally supposed to be in San Remo, but they had to change it at the last minute to Rome because of security issues, because there was a certain war going on nearby, so...
Mm-hmm. And the thing I'm happiest about is that now Italy can give us a professionally staged Eurovision Song Contest.
Yes, this is your redemption arc right here.
I know, and I know that they will want to do a good job. And they'll want to find hosts that can speak some English, and because Toto, bless him, couldn't speak English at all, could he?
No.
Yeah. I'm the thing I'm hoping the most is that the world will open up a little bit between now and then.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to watch Eurovision at home on my own again. I want to be there.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, same, totally. Just to touch on AJ's comment, he says I think the majority of the fandom is happy with the winner, and I totally agree. I don't think I've seen anyone complain. Maybe it's just because I'm following the right people.
Maybe so, yeah. I mean, I'm happy. It was never one of my favourite songs, but I'm happy for them because it looked like it meant so much to them.
Yeah, I know. They were crying their eyes out in the green room. It was just, oh, it was so sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. And, but unfortunately, we have to touch on something slightly not so nice, because there's an elephant in the room and we have to touch it. So basically what happened is that during the voting section, you could see the singer, like, by the table with his fists in his hands doing something on the table. And photos showed that it was actually, like, broken glass shards because they accidentally broke a wine glass. But some idiots online started spreading a rumor that, oh my god, he was doing coke on the table, and it to the point where they actually brought it up in the press conference after they won, and it's just what a way to ruin their moment. And of course, just a couple of hours ago, the EBU said, you know, it definitely did not happen. It was just a broken glass and everything. And he even took a drug test just to show that it wasn't true. And it's really annoying that they had to resort to all that.
There's a really good TikTok where somebody who works in art established that his head was nowhere near the table.
Exactly.
They shouldn't have to be defending themselves against crap like this. And I think people believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
But you know, if they wouldn't have done that if they had been in the middle of the arena. You know, the EBU would have come down so hard on them. They'd probably even be in prison now. So,
yeah.
Just zitti e buoni about it now. Stai zitto. Stai zitto.
Oh, I don't actually have that clip on there, but hang on, let me find the Google clip.
It's going to come in very handy over the next 12 months.
So, absolutely.
So put it on your soundboard.
Where have I put it? Oh, there you go.
Che succede?
And the other one, just for good measure.
Le brutte intenzioni e la maleducazione.
La tua brutta
La tua brutta figura di ieri sera.
La tua brutta figura I francesi fatto la scorsa weekend. Or however you say it.
We need to go back to the Duolingo trees, I think. Yeah, that line from Morgan just sums it up.
Yeah.
It sums it up. Le brutte intenzioni, la maleducazione. That just says it all.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so do we want to start moving down the scoreboard? Because this is what we usually do. We usually go down the scoreboard of the grand final, and then we talk about some of the semi-final results, and oh boy, will there be a doozy when we get to them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it now. In general, the entire results were pretty heartbreaking this year. I don't know if that's because we've been following the artists for longer than usual, or maybe it's just me getting emotional in my old age. I don't know, but these results, particularly the televote result, broke me this year, I have to say.
Oh yeah, you probably would have seen my reaction video by now, but like I was just beside myself. I did not know what to think.
But we'll get down there eventually.
Okay, so let's start moving down the final table. Okay, so in second place, a very deserved second place, was France. And can I just say, I am so happy that they did so well in the televote. They were actually third in the televote. And to all those people who in the betting community who was going on weekly rants on Twitter saying that France will never do well in the televote because history says that they never do well. What have you got to say now? What's your response? Crickets.
Rien à dire, I think. Je pense.
Hang on, where is it? Oh, there we are.
I have to admit a little slight sadness, a little bit of chagrin, because I wanted the winner to be France, but you know, I can't really complain with second, can I? Because they've never finished this high in 30 years, and Barbara seems quite happy with it. So, you know, their time will come.
Yeah, see France, if you keep this up, you will win eventually.
Yeah, they are going to have to work hard though, because there wasn't really anything else in the national final this year that would have done nearly as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can keep finding little nuggets of magic over the next few years. I really hope so anyway.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
And also, we're going to Paris in December.
Yay! Yeah, so they announced this week that this year's Junior will be in Paris, and for some reason they're having it just before Christmas. So maybe that's a good incentive for me to do some Christmas shopping in Paris.
Yeah, you need to hit the Marché Noël, the Christmas markets in Paris.
Ooh! I love a good Christmas market.
So do I. It's perfect timing. I mean, six days before Christmas just sounds a bit weird. But yeah, hopefully it'll be hopefully at least one of us will be able to go.
Yeah, exactly. I know I'm definitely going to go and try to apply for accreditation. Maybe my chances will be better since I'll actually be there in person, but yeah.
I,
But
I think so because junior press tends to be a lot lower in take up.
yeah.
Plus, with it being close to Christmas, maybe some people might be otherwise busy.
Yeah. By the way, while I mentioned accreditation, can I just say, as someone who's been following the ESC United jury streams over the past week,
Oh yes, here we go.
Yeah, they've brought up that there's been a couple of idiots in the press chat, in the accredited press portal, saying really horrible things about some of the contestants, and it just really annoys me that people like that can get accreditation. And apparently they did their research on one of the names that was responsible for the nasty comments, and all they could find was an Instagram page with about 900 followers. Now, I'm not going to say exactly what our website's reach is. I mean, it's not massive. It's not like wee blogs numbers, but I can tell you our reach is bigger than that, and that's extremely annoying to me.
You wonder how they got the press pass in the first place.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, it's really unprofessional. I mean, I know I'm sure it's only such a small minority because the people who go to Eurovision for press, they work hard and they produce content and they generally very respectful. But the other people need to, look at themselves and think, is it really professional to be to be doing these shenanigans?
Yeah.
It's a press chat. It's not like a Eurovision stand chat room where you can just be nasty.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually still pondering whether or not I should write an article on the website, just airing some of my grievances towards some of the nasty behaviour I've seen in the fandom over the past few years.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
don't know when.
I don't think it's just a Eurovision fandom thing. I think you get little pockets of hatred in all different fan communities, don't you?
Yeah,
So it's not just a
absolutely.
Eurovision thing. Keyboard warriors.
Yeah. Completely forgot what I was about to say. I don't know how long it'll take me to write up that article, but it'll come out eventually, probably within the next few days.
Good. Look forward to seeing it. But yeah, it's you're not there to slag everyone off. You're there to interview the artist, support the artist, make content. You're not there to drag everyone down.
No.
So think about that in future, people.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the scoreboard and let's move down to third place, which was Switzerland. Very deserved. And it's worth pointing out that we have a top three that is not in English for the first time in, nearly 30 years now?
Isn't it fabulous?
I know, it's incredible.
The entire top three and 4 out of the top 5.
Yep.
It just proves that this year there were no language barriers.
Exactly.
The music just went to people's hearts no matter what language they were singing in. And as a long-term Eurovision fan, that's really quite touching. I'm
Yeah.
so pleased about that. Not that
Yeah.
I'm saying you shouldn't sing in English, of course, but it's just wonderful for the other languages of Europe and the world to get the attention and the love and the points.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh.
Also, we've been without a French song in the top three since 1993,
Wow.
and it's Switzerland's first top three since '93. It's France's first top three since '91. So it's just wonderful. What can I say?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Ruiz says great performance from Switzerland. Yeah, it was definitely really good.
Flawless,
Yeah, I know. Like,
flawless.
how could his voice be so flawless? Or, like every time, like he had to perform, it's crazy.
I know. And another thing I want to pick up on is that when there was a little rehearsal clip released last week of all the 39 performances, and because they picked what was probably
The least
the least
representative.
the least best part of the song, um, everyone was like, "Oh, it's all over for Switzerland now."
Overreaction much?
Complete overreaction because in the set in the whole song, I mean I don't know what people were getting at personally, but it's I think we need to create put up a sign saying
It's
calm down
only
dear, it's a rehearsal.
yes.
And then when things get a bit dramatic, don't make me tap the sign.
Yeah, next time I go to the um Eurovision press, I'm just gonna bring that sign with me. Like, calm down, it's only a rehearsal.
Absolutely.
Might even get that printed on a T-shirt.
Yeah. Calm down dear.
Oh, Paul says I'm so looking forward to seeing John live one day. Yes, yes, that'll be something I'll try to do.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've been robbed of getting to hear all the artists in person this year.
Yeah,
So it will be good. It will be good to get the opportunity to do that as soon as possible.
yeah, definitely. Okay,
In
so
fact, there's a fair few artists that I would like to see either in one of their own concerts or invited to a Eurovision party.
yeah. Oh, hang on.
It'll happen eventually.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, so let's move down to fourth place, which is Iceland, which is really good to see. And I believe this is now their third best result now, and like I'm so happy for them.
It, yeah, considering the hype they got last year, fourth might seem like slightly disappointing. However, um, when you consider that they achieved that with a pre-recorded rehearsal performance,
Yeah,
it's it's a real achievement. I would have liked to have seen them got a bit more love from the voting, particularly from the televote. But fourth is good.
yeah.
You know,
There's
it's
nothing to
brilliant.
complain with that at all. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and down to fifth place we go to Ukraine, and that I love that did so well. That it was just like it was. I feel like that was everyone's like biggest discovery of the week. I feel like.
I was so here for Ukraine doing well or possibly surprising everyone and winning the whole thing, and they came second in the televote.
Yep.
Not bad for what was being touted as Ukraine's first non-qualification.
Let me just get the sound clipping out again. Fail.
I want to go to a Goa concert.
Yes.
If we have to go back to Ukraine to do it, and I would love to go back to Ukraine.
Yes, any excuse to go back to Pusata Hata.
Oh, I love that place. If you don't know what Puszata Hatu is, it's the best, like, kind of buffet restaurant, and it's full of delicious Ukrainian knickknacks, and just a brilliant place where you just help yourself. And there's a brilliant version of that in Latvia as well called Lido, which I can recommend.
Oh, I haven't been to Lido. I need to do that one next time I go to Latvia.
You will love Lido.
Ah, yes. Okay, so let's move down to 6th place, and probably the biggest surprise out of all of the results in this final, Finland. I was not expecting that televote score.
Me neither. And I've said on the podcast before, this song is not for me, but it struck a chord, evidently, with Europe, and it was, I think, a stadium, metal rock sound was what Europe wanted this year, with Italy and with Finland, with the two different genres of rock, both doing really well, and good. Well done, and it's good to see Finland near the top of the scoreboard for once.
Yay!
And it's their second best ever result.
Woo!
Joint second best result, because I think Tom from 73 came 6th as well.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea, but yay Suomi!
Hey! I highly doubt that we'll get the cruise this year, but next year I can't wait to go back and have a Hesburger.
Oh, the Finnish Eurovision cruise is just one of the best events you can go to. I think they had one last year, but just for the Finnish people, because no one else was allowed in the country. And I don't know if it's probably going to be the same.
Yeah.
In fact, I haven't even heard whether it's being organised or not. I'll look into it while we're going. But yeah, hopefully we can go back at some point.
Yay! Okay, so let's move down to 7th, which is Malta, former big favourite Malta.
Do we have to?
I'm sorry, we have to. Now,
balls.
I don't want to get too cocky because, I mean, yeah, it must suck for her that she didn't do as much as she was hoping, but on the other hand, I just her management and whoever her handlers are, I'm not sorry for them, because just the aggressive ad campaigning and some of the comments they made to the press was just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. And I said in the predictions stream that Malta would bomb in the televote, and they kind of did, so sorry.
It's sad because they won the semi-final, but yeah, and this is the second time that the delegation has ruined things for the artist. I mean, we had the same thing in the last contest with Michaela. They kept changing and chopping and changing the staging during the rehearsal week, which can't have been easy for her to deal with. And then this year, all the pressure that's been piled onto Destiny.
Yeah.
They're not doing it right.
I know. Like, maybe that delegation needs to have a hard look at themselves for next year.
I love Malta so much, but chill.
I know.
And it's absolutely nothing to do with the artists or
No.
the songwriters or anything like that. It's the I don't know if it's the broadcaster or the management or what, but take a chill pill, Malta, please.
By the way, you mentioned that she won the semi-final only for that televote to completely evaporate in the semi-final. There were actually a few songs where that happened, where they got a few songs that got triple figures in the semi-final televote that just completely evaporated in the final. And I don't know whether it's because France and Italy stole all their votes, or just it was
Possibly.
just indicative of how strong this final was. It's just really weird.
Definitely. We could look for answers. We could be looking all night, all week, all year. I don't really know what to say. That's how it goes. Sometimes it's really weird how you can get a lot of points on one night and not very many just a few nights later.
Oh wow. That is very weird. Okay, so next down the list we go to number 8, which is Lithuania. Not quite best result ever for them like we hoped, but still I think that might be their second best result now.
It is.
Yay!
Yes. So that's good. I'm glad they got some love.
Yay!
Obviously, I would have liked them a little bit higher, but oh well.
That's okay. We still love you. Okay, so next down in 9th place is Russia. Very happy with that result, considering how tough this final was, and that performance was just amazing. And yep, yay! Just yay! That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, can't really add much. It's another triumph against adversity, really.
Yeah. Okay, then in 10th place, finishing in the top 10 for the first time in like 8 years, which is an absurd amount of time, is Greece.
And again, I'm happy for Stefania, and it was one of my favourite songs.
Hey, good for you, Greece. Because they've had a bit of a rough few years, so it's good.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's good to see them pick things up a bit this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so next down the list, in 11th place, well, they got the same amount of points as Greece, but due to the tiebreaker, they're in 11th, is my fave, Bulgaria, and I will absolutely take that. I mean, so close to top 10, but I'll take it. I'm just sad that this is another entry that got triple figures in a semi-final televote, only for it to completely vanish in the final, and I don't know what happened, and that's quite sad.
Yeah, this is the first one where the results start to get, particularly the televote results, start to get a little bit gutting for me. And it seems to feed into the hands of the ballad-hating section of the fandom.
Boo!
But we will avenge the ballad lovers will have their day. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so I'm thinking, like, probably as we get to the mid part of the scoreboard, we're probably going to, zoom through this a lot quicker, because we don't have much to comment on some of these. What were you
Okay.
going to say?
Yeah, we can be a bit brief for them. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so right below in number 12 is your favourite Portugal. How are you feeling about this result?
Right next door to each other.
Yay! Internet high five!
Yeah, I suppose I can be happy with 12th, even though another slightly disappointing televote score, but whatever.
Okay, so
The fact that they finished 12th, and the fact that they finished as high as 12th when nobody really was cheering for them at all is, I think, a minor miracle, and I consider it a triumph.
yay! I think you've earned the right to be a little bit smug right there.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, next down the list was our surprise qualifier, Moldova. Turns out that it didn't sneak through quite like a lot of people speculated. They actually qualified fairly comfortably. So let me just play the sound again.
There have been allegations, which I won't go into too deeply.
Yeah.
I'll just let people make up their own mind. But personally, I'm very happy for Natalia. I wanted her to do better than she did the last time she was in the contest.
Like,
and
well,
she did.
Like, when did she finish in 2006? Like the 20s or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's
That
fair
was
enough.
deserved, though, because the song was a bit rubbish, though, wasn't it? So,
Oh boy. Not one of Moldova's high points.
no,
Okay,
not by any means.
Okay, so we're moving to the right-hand side of the scoreboard now. So in 14th place, we got Sweden. First time in a long while that I actually got a higher televote score than the jury, which is,
Wow.
yeah, quite surprising.
What happened there? It could have been worse.
Yeah.
And people were tipping a lot worse.
Yeah.
The 14th place is all right.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, so in 15th place we got Serbia. I mean, it's not exactly like flying high, but it could have been a lot worse, so I think that's a decent result for them.
Yep. Can't really add to that. I think it's a bit of a triumph for them.
Yeah. Okay, and in 16th place we got Cyprus. Again, kind of similar, especially since Cyprus had to open the show, so they had a bit of a mountain to climb, so I don't think they can really complain much.
No, I'm a bit disappointed, but it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, in 17th place we got Israel, another country that had a fairly good televote score in the semi, but completely evaporated in the final, and that's just a bit unfortunate.
More than a bit unfortunate, yes. What can you say, really?
Yeah. And this is another one that a lot of people were saying, oh, they might have only just snuck through. I never believed that. I thought they would have qualified a bit more comfortably than that. And, of course, I was right, because they were, like 4th or 5th in the semi? So, yeah, they qualified pretty comfortably.
Indeed. They did indeed. And for those people who are saying that the voting is political at Eurovision, they got 93 points, which is 93 more than a certain other country got.
I'm making a lot of mileage out of that sound effect tonight.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so next on the list in 18th place is Norway. Could have been a whole lot worse, but I'm kind of not surprised at this result. It was just a case of stronger songs being in the final, really.
Yeah. It's a fair result for a song that we said would get a fair to middling result, and I think we touched on the fact. I don't really want to dwell on it, but actually, I'm not going to mention it even because it's not fair. It's not fair on the artist. So, yeah, fair result, could do better.
Yeah. And then next down in 19th place was Belgium, and can I just say that was so cruel, putting the camera right on their faces when they said that they only got 3 points in the televote. Like, why do they do that? That's just so mean.
I thought they'd get way more than that. Was it because they were on really early? I mean,
probably.
I don't get it. Interestingly enough, their televote points came from Ukraine and Lithuania.
Ah, that's interesting.
So none of their neighbours.
That's interesting. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Okay, next down to the list in number 20 is Tix's new girlfriend, Azerbaijan. Kind of not.
Offend it.
By the way, did you see that video that someone in the crowd filmed? They were snuggling up and kissing during the televote results. It was really cute, actually.
Oh, I couldn't make it out, but I'll try and go back and maybe fetch a magnifying glass or something.
Yeah, you have to work hard to find them, but once you find them, it's pretty clear what's going on.
Okay. Another fair result. I got to like the song in the end, and I really liked the snake graphics on the background. That's all I can say, really.
Okay. Let's get into the 20s.
This is going to be painful. This is going to be really painful.
Yeah. 21st place, Albania. Kind of not surprising, especially since they only just made it through in 10th place in the semi, and they were on second. So, as much as it was a good performance, yeah, that is not really surprising.
Yeah, they normally finish around 17th, 18th, so 21st is a bit disappointing, but it's all right. They can still be proud of what they did.
Yeah.
Also, I think Angela looked a lot like Carol Vorderman.
Yeah, she did a little bit. Yeah.
Because Carol's got her hair like that at the moment. The extensions and the.
Oh. Okay, and next down in 22nd place is San Marino.
No.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to talk about it. I was shocked that they. Oh, sorry. my dinner's making a reappearance a little bit. But
that's nice. That's nice for the podcast.
Sorry. But anyway, as I was saying, I was shocked.
Right.
I was shocked that they got the televote score that they did, especially when they were running last, and yeah.
It's
at the same time, that's kind of like too common to not just be a coincidence. There's something going on there, and it's just so disappointing.
Yeah. I still think Senate was brilliant though,
Me
and
too.
I hope that they will invite her to a Eurovision party in the near future that we can go to, and that we'll dance to Adrenalina, and that she'll sing Freaky 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 as well.
Oh. Okay, so these last four we're going to talk about all at once, and you know why.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
Oh my god, like, if you saw my reaction video, like, when they revealed there was 4 countries with 0 in the televote, I just did not know what to think. I was just basically sat on my bed. I almost fell off my bed at one point. I was so shocked.
I was dumbfounded and shocked and just gutted, really. Gutted for the artists.
I know, like,
mean,
all 4 of them
they
deserved so much better.
absolutely. And I just hope that they don't take it to heart. I mean, I know our artist has taken it really well.
Yeah.
To his credit. The Netherlands in particular, what happened there?
I hate to, like, hint towards something sinister, but I saw a couple of people tweeting that the Netherlands didn't come close to getting a certain single point in the televote, and
I know.
It's just, that's not just a coincidence, and I was afraid that this was going to happen, and I'm just extremely disappointed.
Yeah, but I hope it's not going to take away from the songs and the performances and the artistic propositions that we got on the stage, which they can be proud of.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
the result that what I hope that people take away from the contest is that the results aren't necessarily the be all and end all, and I hope that people will stop putting the artists down and just taking the contest for what it really is, which is a showcase of music and talented artists.
Yeah.
I hope so, anyway. Do we want to talk about our country's result or not really?
I do want to touch on
I
that.
suppose we've got to. We've got
Yeah.
to, really, haven't we?
Yeah, I have to say that I honestly thought that getting a straight 0 in this voting system was near impossible, and the fact that it happened to us is just really stings. Oh man.
It's the fact that our delegation were really trying this year, and it just didn't work out. But I'm not going to play a blame game. It just didn't work out.
No.
But there are people saying they should fire the delegation, whatever, and I just think, well, one, you get up there and do better, and and two, just because um, you don't do well in the voting, it doesn't necessarily mean that you've done something badly wrong. It's just a competitive contest, and our song wasn't competitive enough. But I think that they'll learn from this and try again this year, because we've got an enthusiastic delegation.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things. It just didn't the frustrating thing is that our song that we were going to have last year, I think would have done pretty well. My Last
Okay.
Breath would have done all right, I think. So it's just looking back at what could have been, and it sucks. It's a shame, and all the media outlets are bringing out the same old tired excuses, which is getting really, really boring now.
Mm.
And I regret turning my television on today, actually.
Oh
but it,
no.
but it's mostly it's not necessarily the BBC. It's mostly ITV
Of
and
course.
Channel 4. So, you know, it'll blow over, and we'll give it another go next year.
Yeah. At the very least, they could at least hire someone who knows how to like do actual decent camera angles for our performances at least. Because, oh my god, I mean, the staging concept wasn't actually that bad. It's just we had by far the worst camera angles, and it was just so frustrating to watch.
Yeah, it with all the I don't want to say all the hard work everyone else was doing, because our delegation worked hard too, but the other the other entries were so competitive that ours just felt a bit cold.
Yeah.
And that's not a slight on anyone at all. It's just how it felt, and it felt like I was worried when I saw the performance that we weren't going to do very well, and well, it was the worst case scenario, really,
Yeah.
in the end.
Oh man.
But
Okay.
never mind.
Okay. Rui says in the chat, as for Spain, why don't they do what they do for Junior? I.e., get some top-notch songwriters to write a really competitive song and put a really big effort into the staging. I don't know. Like, do they have different teams for Junior compared to the big contest? I don't know how it works over there.
We probably need to ask some Spanish Euro fans, or someone that's in the know about Spain,
Yeah.
because I don't really know. Um, I don't know. But you see, again, Blas Canto, he's an established artist and a good artist. It's just a shame.
Yeah. I thought his performance was really good, but clearly
It
no one
was.
else did.
They probably thought it was good. They just had
Not.
other songs they wanted to vote for.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing with a final this strong, is just like someone's got to do badly.
Exactly. Someone has to occupy every position from 1 to 26, and that's the way it is.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the final. Let's now touch on some of the semi-final results.
Okay.
First of all, let's go to semi one, and
Mhm.
I think we're gonna have to rename the most robbed non-qualifier award to the Albina award, because I don't know
Definitely.
if I don't know if you can get more robbed than she has, because this is the first time that we've had an entry in the semi-final that finished top 10 in both televote and jury, and yet still didn't qualify in the overall scoring. And that just, oh man, that sucks so hard.
That is really bad mathematical luck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just the way the points fell. Just enough to qualify if it had been down to either side, but uh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Oh.
know what to say.
And while we're on the subject of semi-1, you're not gonna like this, but we have to talk about who came last. And it was Ireland, which I was absolutely shocked by, and oh man, I'm gutted.
I'm devastated, honestly. Yeah, can't add much more than that.
Okay, so let's move on to semi-final 2, and the song that came 11th was Denmark, and unfortunately it was because of a pretty piss poor jury score, which is pretty gutting, I have to say.
I know, right? I figured that it would be more of a televote loving song than a jury song, but I didn't think they'd give it that bad of a score. Come on.
Yeah, that's harsh.
It really is. Talking of harsh, let me just scroll down. Another 0.
Yeah, Czech Republic got 0 in the televote, which
Come on, people.
and the annoying thing is that it's another artist of color, shall we say, and it's just like I said, it's too common of a theme this year for it to be just a coincidence, and it's just deeply disappointing.
If I'm going to take a positive spin on it, it's that we still have the song, and when we are allowed to get back to the Eurovision parties again, we're going to dance to that a lot.
Yes. Oh.
You know, we loved it. We loved it.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
Oh. And let's talk about what came last in that semi-final, which I did not see coming at all, but when looking at the results, it kind of makes sense in hindsight. Poor Latvia.
Oh, poor love.
Like, how many times have Latvia finished last in a semi-final now? This has happened at least 3 times now.
This is the 5th time.
Oh my god. Like, what was it? So hang on, so they came last this year, 2017 and 2010. What were the other 2 times? Oh, 2013 was one. So what was the 5th one?
2009.
Oh, Probka.
Probka! Do. That was robbed.
The Latvian version was better than the Russian version,
robbed,
by the way.
I'll take that.
Oh, sorry, what was you saying?
I was saying I'm the only person in the whole world that thinks that song was robbed.
Oh. I think we were robbed of having the Latvian version. I just think that version was a bit more catchy, but whatever.
Yeah. They changed it to Russian because the contest was in Russia, and that's the only reason I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I said in our review of Latvia that I was really hoping that after all these attempts to get to Eurovision that Samantha Tina wouldn't end up with a complete flop, but here we are.
Whoops.
And I watched the Swedish feed of the semi-final, and they said that she'd finally got to Eurovision, but they thought that she'd got there with the wrong song.
Oh, that's the Lena Philipson
they could be
curse right there.
They could be right about that because, you know, a lot of people loved Still Breathing from last year.
Oh, such a shame, but, you know, someone's got to do badly, even though, you know, it just speaks to how good this year was in general.
Exactly.
You know, I felt like everyone was, like, making an effort, but, you know, as I said, I've said it like 100 times now. Someone's going to do badly.
I know you can do everything in your power to do well, and if everyone else is doing the same thing, you know, it sucks, but that's the way. That's that's the competition for you.
Yeah. Oh, there's quite a cool comment from Paul here. Denmark got a lot of love from my friends, but Germany couldn't vote. I even have to come up with a cover version of that song now as a prize for our betting game. Oh, that sounds awesome!
Oh, cool.
Are you gonna do that in?
Hear.
Are you gonna do that in Danish or German? That'll be interesting.
Oh, I'd like to hear a Deutsche Version.
Okay, so are there any other comments you want to make about this year's contest before we start wrapping up this stream?
Well, it was a brilliant show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Everything about it was just so well thought out and so done with such, warm-heartedness, and all the interval acts were all brilliant. All the Eurovision nostalgia, the message to the fans was lovely. The guest artists, Duncan's new song's brilliant.
Yes.
Yes.
As soon as because I didn't hear it before I don't know if it. Yeah, I think it was just recently released, but after he sang that in the final, I immediately went to my Spotify and saved it onto my library.
Oh, good. So I hope it gets a lot of streams out of being performed at Eurovision.
Yeah.
Aww. And yeah, it was just such a lovely contest, and so good to have it back.
Yay!
And really looking forward to the next one now, and wondering what that will be like. I don't think that there'll be as much Eurovision nostalgia in it, just because Italy have been away for a while.
Yeah.
And they don't have as much Eurovision history in mind. But I think it will be a very classy event. I think there'll be some brilliant guest performers. If they don't sign up Diodato, I will riot. And it's gonna be a different Eurovision, but a really good one, a great one, and I'm looking forward to see how it pans out. It's only 12 months to go.
Yay! I just realised that I'm probably going to make at least 2 trips to Italy in a 10-month span, because I've got a trip to Milan planned in October.
Well, depending on how the host city bidding goes, you might be going there twice.
I wouldn't complain.
So if they pick Milan, then get a feel for the city, and then you'll know your way around when Eurovision comes around.
And of course, I will have been in the venue as well.
Oh, is it is the concert that you're going to in the same place? Oh, brilliant!
Yes. Paul just replied to us. He's saying we'll probably do it in bad Danish.
Oh, I see, the cover version. Oh, well, can't wait to hear it.
Yes, definitely. Oh, AJ's saying in the chat that the postcards were a bit rubbish. I thought they were quite cute.
I like them. I can see I can see where you come. I can see why you would think that, but I like them.
Yeah, I thought it was quite a cute concept. I thought.
I thought so, and it was nice to see all different places in the Netherlands as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, they're different, and they're not for everyone, but we like them.
Yeah. Okay, so anything else you want to talk about before we start wrapping things
Back to normality, I guess. Which sucks.
up? Okay, so shall we just have a quick chat about what we're planning to do between now and Junior?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so do you have any plans of what you're doing?
Me?
Yeah, do you have anything to look forward to?
I'm just waiting for some of Europe's borders to open so I can go and be in Europe again. Because
Yay!
I'm missing the mainland, and I'm missing the people that I know there, and just
Me too.
exploring and being me, really.
Yeah.
But we do have one more thing to look forward to, because we've got the live on tapes this coming weekend.
Oh yeah, that'll be really interesting.
Yeah, which I think is great, because we get to do the whole contest again, but there's no voting to ruin everything at the end.
No, and it will be very interesting to see how the performances compare.
Yes, definitely. Would any of them have been better or worse than the live performances?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Ruiz brought up some good things. So, in terms of Eurovision stuff for us to look forward to in the summer, we've got Eurovision again coming back this summer.
Brilliant.
I'm thinking, like, whatever years we haven't covered yet, we might do a retro review shortly afterwards. Because I'm thinking,
a good idea.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was a trick we missed last year. We could have done something like that. I know that we're gonna take about a month off from Easy Pulse, and in the meantime we might do something for our spin-off podcast. Not sure what we're going to do yet, but me, John, Kieran, and Anne will discuss something. And we've but in terms of Easy Pulse, we decided that our first retro review in about a month's time will be the 1976 contest.
Oh yes.
Yes, that'll be a very interesting one to talk about.
I love that one.
Oh. Okay, and what was I also going to say? Tomorrow, on our Twitter page, we're going to do what we call the Last Place World Cup. So we're gonna have every last placer in Eurovision history compete in a poll for our listeners to decide who is the best Eurovision last placer of all time. So keep an eye on our Twitter page so you can vote in that. I've already got the spreadsheet up with all the brackets and the guidelines of how the format's going to work, so that'll be something quite exciting to do. And in terms of non-Eurovision stuff, I've got actually quite a couple of things to look forward to. I've mentioned already that I've got a Pinguini Tattici Nucleari concert to look forward to in Milan in October. But also in terms of TV stuff that I'm going to watch and look forward to. Next week will be Survivor South Africa, which is a show I follow, which will be quite exciting because I really like
That's still going.
Yeah, they had to skip last year for obvious reasons, but the previous season in 2019 was quite something. And also we'll have Drag Race España, so that'll be quite interesting to watch.
if there is not at least 2 Eurovision songs in there, I will riot.
Ah. So yeah, and I'm going to try and build up kind of like my art business, kind of like do some artwork of various kinds and try to sell it off and make a bit of an income, so I have a bit of cash ready for next May. So fingers crossed that goes
good.
well.
Yeah, good luck with that. That sounds really good.
Yay. So that's pretty much it for this stream, so we'll see you at some point. Well, at least ESC Pulse will be back in probably about a month or two, but we'll probably do another podcast on our spin-off podcast in a couple of weeks or something like that, so keep an eye out on that.
Yeah, and I'd just like to say if any of you have popped into our streams and commented, thank you ever so much for being there. We really appreciate you being there.
Yes, thank you so much for following us during the season. It's been really great to be back into it after what happened last year, so it's just so good to be back into the swing of things.
Yeah. And if any of you want to be on a future podcast with us,